Hey YouTube. I wanted to put a little preface out before I got this video going, because the actual video that I'm about to show you guys, I filmed it a couple weeks ago. I didn't put anything out last week. Last week was a rough week for me, and it wasn't just one thing. It was kind of a lot of things all together. And as you can see today, I'm going pretty much barefaced, no makeup, no contacts, no nothing, because I've had a lot on my plate for the last week. Part of it was adoption related. There was some things on my mind regarding adoption and you know, my whole story, which I'll get into at another video. But and then I think part of it was the crazy full moon that we're having, you know, that just makes me all kinds of emotional and makes me think of things, and part of it is being self-employed, and so there was just a whole lot of things, and I didn't get anything out last week. I didn't get much of anything done last week. So I just wanted to put this little preface out there that's why I didn't post anything last week, because sometimes that happens. We just need a break, and we need to reevaluate things and think about things, and it's okay. But I just wanted to give you a heads up as to why I didn't put anything out last week. So with that said, let's start the video. All right. Hey YouTube, my name is Kat Davald, and today I am going to talk to you about birthdays. I'm going to tell you what I did for my daughter on her birthday for the first year that we were in reunion, on her second year, and on her third year, and what I will continue to do for her going forward. So let's get into it. My name is Kat Davald. I'm a 47-year-old birth mom, and I'm in reunion with my 31-year-old daughter for the past 3 years now. So for my daughter's first birthday when we reunited, I went small. I wanted to get her something. I wanted to get her something that wasn't over the top. I wanted to get her kind of something that was a little bit of an inside joke between the two of us that we had already kind of, you know, shared and stuff like that. So I wanted her to feel comfortable, and I didn't want her to feel that, you know, I was being overbearing, or I just didn't want to be too much. So I got her, I think it was like 5 small little gifts. And like 2 of them were like gag gifts. They were something that was kind of like an inside joke between the 2 of us at that point in time. There was, I think, a bracelet in there. So I got her a couple little tiny things that were meaningful, and then like just a regular one, and then a couple gag gifts. So I went, you know, low and slow. And I asked her first. I asked her if it was okay with her if I sent her some birthday presents. The second year was her COVID birthday. Her COVID quarantine birthday, and a lot of people had COVID quarantine birthdays. But it was also her 30th. So her 30th birthday, of all birthdays, was a quarantine birthday. And because it was 30, like, I went all out. She, at this point, knew that I'm a gift giver, and that's one thing about me. I love to buy people gifts. I love to give to people, because I feel like, you know, oh, they love this, you know, so I'll get something for something. Or, like, I like to cook for people, like, and bring them food. Like, food is a really good thing that I give a lot. So, I went all out. She got a lot of 30 year not 30-year-old presents, but you know, gifts for her 30th birthday. There was a section that was kind of like Disney, because she loves Disney. So I got her a couple things that were Disney related. And then, you know, she's always saying, oh, I'm so old, I'm so old, I'm so old. And I'm just, honey, don't wait. So for her 30th, I got her a whole bunch of over-the-hill type of gifts. I think there was like Preparation H, and, you know, there's Chattering Teeth. And then there was, you know, like all that kind of stuff in there. Like I got, you know, a like one of those big, huge magnifying glasses. So she was like, oh, it'll come in handy. But things like that. And then, you know, typical gifts. I think a sweatshirt and this, you know, couple things here and there. But I really did get her a lot. This year, her birthday, we actually met for lunch on her birthday. It was the first birthday since I had given her up for adoption that I was able to see her. So it was a very special birthday. I didn't want to be, you know, overly weepy or anything like that. And I'm not really, you know, outwardly weepy. I kind of do that in private, and I get all excited in private and everything like that. But it was the first time I was able to see her on her birthday. And what was even more special is that she brought my granddaughter. And so we all had lunch on that day. And it was the first time ever I was able to see her open up her gifts that I had given her. Because COVID, I wasn't able to. It was kind of like I dropped them off and then went away from the door, because at that point, her birthday's in May, and people were, you know, I mean, March is when lockdown really started to happen. So May is, you know, it was still very early, and people were all still, you know, scared of COVID and everything like that. So, so this was the first year that I was able to see her and watch her open her gifts on her birthday and everything like that. And there were a good deal of them. Again, you know, not like 30. It wasn't like her 30th birthday, but there was enough, you know. So I think it all depends on the relationship that you've built with your son or daughter at that point. She knows I'm a gifter. So, you know, it's going to happen that I'm going to just, you know, buy a whole bunch of gifts. Because even for Christmas, between her and her daughter, there's at least 2 of those big, huge, you know, shopping bags. They each get at least one, and then another one for her sister's kids. I get them each a little toy, and then a little something for everybody in the family. And I get them, you know, something really small, but something, you know, so that, you know, they all have something to open to. And, you know, I like to include all of them. I get, like last year was, I got keychains for everybody, but they were like embroidered, and they said things like, for her sister just had a second baby, so I said, it said sexy mama, and her, sister's husband, he's in the Navy, so his said Navy, and you know, so little things like that. I don't spend a huge ton amount of money, just little things. And then, for her cat, of course, I have to get the cat something. That's just a given. So he gets like treats or tuna or something like that. But I always buy something for Hank, because I'm a cat lover anyways. So I gotta get something. So, you know, you have to ask them. I think that's the most important thing, is me asking my daughter if it's okay. Does she mind? And once, you know, she told me once, you know, if it ever starts to bother her, I'm sure she would let me know. You know, she's
not one to shy away from saying what would bother her. So, you know, I have no problem asking her if things are okay with her. And she has no problem telling me if they are or aren't. And, you know, going forward, I don't think, I mean, who doesn't like to get presents? So I don't think that that would be a huge issue. But yeah, so that's how her birthdays have gone in the past few years. Um, it was great finally being able to see her open gifts and see her on her birthday. That was awesome. And hopefully, you know, going forward, there will be many more times of that. Next year, she probably won't get too many things from me, only because I'm taking her home to Hungary, to meet my family and to see the country. And then we're also going to go to the Czech Republic. So that's going to be a wonderful vacation, and I can't wait for it. I'm so excited for it for so many different reasons, not just because I get to spend some time with my daughter one-on-one for a couple weeks at a time, but because I'll be able to see my family and I get to go home to Hungary. I love that country so much, and eat my food and see the beautiful country, and see my family, my cousin Marika and Chaba and Ava and everybody. I miss it. I miss it there. I'm in the process of getting my Hungarian citizenship because one day I do plan to live there. But that will be pretty much her birthday present next year. Of course, I'll get her something for the actual day and everything, but we will be leaving in May, in the end of May. So that will be her gift next year. But that's it. Yeah, I just wanted to make a little quick short video about birthdays and how they've gone for us so far. And so you need to, you know, feel your way when you're thinking about what you're going to do for your son or daughter that you're in reunion with. Some people like gifts, some people don't. Some people feel obligated to have to return gifts and everything like that. So just make yourself clear, and just ask, you know. And hopefully that, you know, it'll be something of a tradition that you can start as well. Okay? Have a great night, YouTube, and I will talk to you soon.
Hold on there. Not so fast. When I went through and edited this video, I almost smacked myself because I completely left out of this whole video and this whole discussion like the adoptee's perspective. And not that I'm an adoptee, but I've done enough research and I've listened to enough adoptees to explain to you, you know, somebody that may not know how birthdays actually feel to an adoptee. So I wanted to, before I close this video out, I wanted to just talk about that a little bit because I didn't do any of that. And if I had put this video out without, you know, telling any part of the adoptee side, it would have been a complete injustice to all adoptees. So I just want to give you a little insight of what I've learned and what I've heard, what I've read, you know, what I've heard other adoptees say in groups and on blogs and everything about how they feel about birthdays. Because we may be excited to share with them and, oh yeah, it's great, it's your, you know, it's your birthday, I get to share it with you and everything, but on their end, you know, you want to be sensitive as to how they feel about it. And that's one of the reasons why in the end of the last video, I said to ask your adoptee, see how they feel about it. Because some adoptees don't care. and they're fine with their birthdays and everything, but some do. And so what I have heard some adoptees say is that they hate their birthday, that it was just, it's a yearly reminder of the abandonment from their birth mother, that there's a lot of loss, there's a lot of grief. Some adoptees get very depressed, some get angry. Some of them dread the day. Some of them hate, their birthday, and they wish it would never come around, and they just don't like the whole time of the year. You have to remember too that your adoptee may not verbalize this to you, as a lot of adoptees won't verbalize a lot of things to birth parents, not only birth parents, adoptive parents, friends, family. They may internalize all of this stuff, so they may not verbalize it to you. So I mean, you can kind of tell though, like, if somebody's super excited for their birthday, or if they're kind of like, eh. You have to become a good reader of body clues and body language, and just tone and that type of stuff, so that you can gauge. I mean, so with that said, the book, The Primal Wound, okay? This is a book that I'm going to talk about in a lot more depth as we go through these videos and everything. It is a book that really helped me in the first stages of reunion. It kind of opened my eyes and made me realize that my daughter could have trauma and grief, and things aren't, as happy and joyous as I thought that they would be when, we reunited and stuff. Like, I had no clue. Anyways, there's a little blurb in here. The book is by Nancy Newton Verrier. There's a link in my bio to the book. If you want to buy it, it's, I think, like $12 or $13 on Amazon, something like that. It is an affiliate link, so just so you know. I might get a little commission off of it, not much though, and it's no cost to you. It's all from Amazon. But I'm gonna read the little blurb in here because it kind of sums up everything that I'm saying right now. So hold on, I gotta switch glasses. At this age, different glasses for different things. All right, and this isn't speaking about my daughter. It's Nancy speaking about her daughter. Nancy is an adoptive mother, and she wrote this book. So the title of the subsection is Birthdays and Birthday Parties. She says, my daughter told me recently that each year the 3 days between her birthday and the day we took her home are the 3 most difficult days of her life. She feels helpless, hopeless, empty, and alone. There seems to be a memory built into the psyche and the cells, an anniversary reaction, also often felt by the birth mother, which sends many adoptees into despair around their birthdays. Many clinicians and parents have told me that adoptees often act out in great deal before or during their birthday parties. They begin to have a sense of excitement, but often end up sabotaging the whole affair. I just don't know what would get into her, one mother lamented. Every year we would go to a great deal of trouble to have a wonderful party, yet she would act angry and resentful. Yet is it any wonder that many adoptees sabotage their birthday parties? Why would one want to celebrate the day that they were separated from their mothers? The adoptees, of course, have probably never really understood themselves why they do this. An adoptee said, I don't know why I acted the way I did. I know that my mother was really trying, that she really wanted me to have a good time. But, I don't know, I felt so sad and angry all the time. I couldn't enjoy myself. I just wanted to run away and hide. For adoptees, birthdays commemorate an experience, not of joy, but one of loss and of sorrow. So with that said, I just wanted to bring a little clarification to the film or the video that I had posted, and it's not all happy, happy, joy, joy. There is a sense of loss that comes with birthday parties and birthdays too. So just be aware when you are navigating your first few birthdays with your adoptee. Ask them, or maybe bring it up in a conversation to try to get a feel for how they feel about their birthday. I wouldn't obviously push anything, but I would try to see, you know, what they're feeling about the day. So, okay, with that said, now we can end this video. Talk to you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and you know, feel free to share with the world. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.